Welcome back, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I can see some of you already. You were tuned in. I'm so sorry, Eva Miller and Erin Sue Commons. I was still fixing my receipts, but of course I was, that was wrong of me. But I'm now here. I hope you're still out here. Thank you so much for tuning in, Royal. I see you. But we are going to talk about that because, of course, when you're watching Mura, you need to watch, listen. You must have some flashbacks. You must bring the past, and you're like, anyway, we'll talk about that. RNM, thank you so much. Good morning to you too. Thank you so much for tuning in. Erin, oh, you're still here. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. So, guys, if this is your first time, of course, you know what's up. Kindly subscribe, like, share, comment, turn the notification bell on, and let us know what you think of your first encounter with us out here. We always do some live streams. Sometimes I just upload, sometimes I premiere. So it will be important for you to turn the notification bell on. Unajua nimeanza reaction boo. Just wait for me. Guys, it's the festive season already and people are all over the place. If there is something about Kenya, hey, when it comes to December, holidays, hey, you never know where you'll wake up, where you'll sleep, especially if you don't have a family, you're single or something. Even if you have a family, we always say like form, like there's always plans for the day. You might even wake up, someone is like, let's go to the next county. We have something, maybe we are roasting some nyama choma or something. So people are just happy. People are already getting their holidays, but I'm still working for whatever reason because I have a nasty employer. I'm so happy. But so yeah, people are leaving, coming, going, people are all over the place. And I saw Rocio implying that Kenyans do not celebrate Christmas. I'm like, maybe we might not celebrate the way you do, or we do, but the fact that you come out here and generalize about Kenyans, you know nothing about Kenyans. You just know about Marwa in the family. Don't include us, Rocio. Because she was like, it's Europeans and Americans. They have the tree shenanigans. And I'm like, Rocio, do you even watch Kenya's influencers? Do you? Just because the Muras are SDA, they don't celebrate Christmas, does not mean that is the entire country. Anyway, who cares about what Rocio thinks? Anonymous, I see you. RNM, kwangu sina form for now. Hakuna mpango, bado natafuta form. But nikipata, nitaku-add kwa one of these memberships, then I share with you privately. If I do, I'll let you know. Thank you for asking. I hope you're enjoying your holidays. Royalty, people are unsubscribing to Mayuguno. By there, I saw people there. Yeah, of course, I was watching this story and I was like, is Mayugno wrong? Because I'm like, if I had a friend that did me dirty, I'd say it's dirty because I told you and you bypassed me. But at the same time, I'm like, how many times has Marwa come out here to shortchange people? Because personally, I believe that if you come, he who comes, anyone that wants justice must come with clean hands. That's what I believe in. And that's why I feel like, Mayugno or Buddha, do what you have to do. Because number one, Mura Senso, I'll not even say that he should change Obuda, but you remember Nico Buddha worked tirelessly at Brian's construction home. What did Marwa do? Marwa rewarded Mayugno by taking some of the stolen money from the donors and helped Mayugno. Even came out here ranting, forgot that he was not supposed to share that. He went ahead to help Mayugno do the slab. He didn't help Nico Buddha, even mentioned on these live streams. So I'm like, Mura Sensei, it's not like your fans believe that you are doing it out of your good heart, this and that. But we know that you were there hustling. You made a lot of money by constructing Brian's grandma's home. If you're a good person, because Marwa is out here demanding loyalty from Nico Buddha and Mayugno. From Mayugno, I'll say, yeah, Mayugno owes Marwa loyalty. But Nico Buddha, Mura Senso, you never helped that person. Just like he went to, what is the name of this guy that Marwa went to his construction? I even reacted on that. Marwa, that guy is your village mate. He approached you when you came back to the village before you even did your construction, has been loyal to you. But what did you do to that person you helped? I'm not like you must help, but guys, but he helped Mayugno and the rest, Gitiriba here and there, and ignored the neighbor, the village mate. Why are you running now there and addressing his donor? If you're not out here with your jealousy, you want to steal a donor from, what is the name, guys? You know, I've even Fadela. Yeah, Fadela, thank you. So I personally feel like I always preach this. I know this can be controversial. You might look at me in a certain way, but I'm like, guys, this life is one. If someone treats you well, treat them fantastic. If someone is nice to you, be nice to them. If someone is out here not bothering you, don't bother them. Chisels, do not bother those people. But for Marwa out here, you do someone dirty and you expect loyalty? No, no. If you want that, you go to where? A pastor or no one owes you any loyalty. If you're doing them dirty, you don't help them. Why would Nico Buddha be loyal to Mura? Don't get me wrong, it's dirty to some extent. It's dirty. We also saw people sending some money during Brian's home construction. They intended the money to go to Nico Buddha. What did Marwa do? Guys, do you remember? Do I have to pull the receipts because I got the time? I got the time. Guys, someone sent Nico Buddha some money, and Marwa said that no, this construction will not come to an end if you donors, you continue donating money to these people. Let's focus on the construction. I didn't feel okay with that because, guys, Nico Buddha was not being paid. Mura Senso, you're taking from this construction from the donors. Why is it so painful for you to see someone genuinely receive some money and they are volunteering? You didn't pay those people. Were you even feeding them? And the nerve of Marwa to go to Brian's construction home now and order around one of the YouTuber doing the kitchen, telling him that you need to feed people that are out there volunteering, because there are some YouTubers volunteering in that kitchen project. I'm like, Marwa, why do you keep preaching water and taking wine? I'm digressing. As we wait for the rest, if there is anyone else that is about to tune in, let me just share one, which is a ritual at this point for me. Anytime I come on a live stream, I share one because there are a lot instances where Marwa is out here unnecessarily begging for no reason. For no reason. Kemi, thank you so much for tuning in. I see you. I appreciate your presence. Sorry, Evamila, you are out here. Thank you for tuning in. Fekere, I see you. Royalty, welcome. I see you. Yeah. By then, Mayuguno is receiving some beatings from Mura's fans. Rosio should be deported because we celebrate Christmas in Kenya until people are broken. Yeah, we got a lot of jokes about Christmas in Kenya. Like thank you, Arenem, for that. I saw Rosio and I'm like, girl, can you leave us alone? Please. Anyway, guys, this is what Marwa had to say. Your contribution will help in that thinking. Marwa, come on. We know that you're not thinking about nothing. You're just thinking about begging. If you want to gift those people, you will. You received your paycheck today. More than 1 million Kenyan shillings, guys. And he's out here telling people that you need to donate to support that thought of gifting these in-laws of mine before they leave. Anyway, we don't react on begging out here because it will never change. Let's start the reaction. Before we even start the reaction, guys, I saw something sad on Rosio's page. There is this boy called Moses. Oh, at a name I had not even seen. Thank you so much. You said that please bless one of those families I saw on your other channel with a nice mom and men sleeping on the trench for Christmas with these. Thanks for good work in difficult. Oh, you know what I'll do? I will send them this money because they are over there in the northern parts of Kenya. I'll do that, I promise. Yeah, guys, if you're not subscribed to my other channel, you need to because, hey, guys. Anyway, thank you so much, Arenem. God bless you for me. Thank you. So, guys, the boy called Moses, you know, they stayed there, but Marwa came out here yesterday and said that he kicked that family out of that villa. Guess why? Because they were stealing some eggs. They were stealing Marwa's eggs. I don't know if they came back. I don't know. I doubt because it's not like Rosio filmed that video yesterday. So, guys, having said that, it's so sad. Most of you might not relate, especially if you don't come from Kenya or you've never stayed in someone's home who are doing better than you or your family. You might not understand, but this boy, he's a young boy. He doesn't know what he's even doing, just like those boys that Marwa was threatening yesterday. So Rosie, of course, tried to pretend on camera that she got no problem with Moses. And she was like, Moses, come. Moses was hesitant to join Rocio in picking up the trees and going back to the villa. When they got to the villa, guys, Moses sat down on a stone outside the door to the villa, and I cried, guys. I've seen people who stay on other people's home, and I don't know the devil in people's head. Just because that is not your child, just because you're doing better than the parents of that child, you treat them like they are nobody. So, if you're smart and you can relate to that boy, it goes to tell you that most of the times, not even most of the times, all the times, probably Rocio tells that boy not to enter the villa. No problem with that because let people do what they want to do. But this is a young boy. He stays in that home. These are Muzungus, and of course, you know, these people have been putting this notion in Nyabohanse children, that Muzungus are better. I don't have any problem with Muzungus, but the fact that you treat a child that way, the way she sat down on a stone, allow me. It will take a few minutes, but just allow me to pull up the receipt. I was not planning to, but now that we are talking about Rosio, let me pull it up. I always say that even if you don't have any food for your children, I'll prefer to starve with my children, with my siblings, with whoever I love, than subjecting them to that kind of treatment. Guys, you understand? Let me play the receipt. Whoa.
I think that can be enough. Yes, Asante Fel.
You can see Rocio is leaving. Moses didn't have any intention of following her, probably because at this point Moses has known that Rocio does not allow me to go into the villa. No problem with putting boundaries, but you have to understand the circumstance. This child lives within the villa. Let me play. Let me know what you think about this. But of course, Rocio is very smart. She knows that I have to pretend, oh my God, I love children. Have you seen Rocio whenever the university students come over? She makes sure to collect black children and hold their hands all over the place. I've even played that receipt. Hypocritical behavior. And of course, she knew the camera is rolling. People will see that she doesn't care for Moses. And of course, these people have to do anything to receive something from donors. Pretend. She called Moses.
Moses, bring that Moses. Eso. Very good.
No problem. Now look at these receipts later. Let me try and look for it. I was not planning to react on this, but hey, Jesus. I hope people with children will learn this. Don't subject your child. Just if you have to take salt with water and you sleep without food, do it. But the kind of I'd say torture that these children will be subjected, like growing, knowing that we are lesser of these people, not good. Not good. Let me continue with the receipt.
Our creativity to bring some Christmas spirit to this house, because there's none. And if I'm not here, I don't think it would be.
I learned that ChatGPT works best with detailed prompts.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Sorry. Guys, just focus on Moses and let me know what you think about what happens.
So, as I'm with my family spending Christmas, and we do celebrate, we want a little bit of decoration as well. Now let me try to find the
Guys, can you locate Moses seated somewhere there? I don't know if you can see. Seated there, very down, because he knows. You know, you can hide for so long, but it will be known. He knows that he's not welcomed in that home, and he just sat down there like Nauruma. How can I translate this? Very Nauruma. Thank you for anyone that will understand. And I think Romina told Moses to bring the leaves. Is it leaves or vegetables? Whatever it was. You watch the videos after this. Moses was not there, but I think he appeared once. And I didn't see him again. Probably Rocio was like, have you forgotten you're not supposed to be here? I'm just like, I wish the parents would get Moses out of this situation. It got some mental torture on a child. I don't know if anyone will understand, but if you do, thank you. Look at Moses seated
the pot
by himself right there, because once they approached their home, Moses knows that I'm not welcomed. To some point, maybe I do not even blame the Rocios and family, but I'm like, I wish parents would know that would consider not subjecting their children to this manner of, yes.
The pot that we will actually use to actually plant it. We have got, it's not going to.
Yeah, Moses was there by himself right there. Guys, do you get what I'm trying to explain? Did anyone understand? Marwa and his family, they think YouTube is just a script. But it's going to roll over in their life and in a bad way when the cameras are off, because they, yeah, very disgusting. Very, very, very much. Angela, thank you for tuning in. I'm going through just to see anyone that I didn't mention before we start the reaction officially. I'm sorry. 20 minutes. I hope everything is going well. Yes. Amin, thank you so much for tuning in. I see you. Royalty, you were out here already. Now let's start the reaction. Kemi, thank you so much. Happy holidays to you and yours. Thank you so much for the super slap. I really appreciate. I really appreciate. Thank you. So, guys, of course, you know what has happened already, but I want to focus on the reply by Nico Buddha and Mayugno, because they are like, they are giving Mura Senso the finger, and it's not this one. You know which one. And I'm out here, especially on Nico Buddha's side. I'm like, Nico Buddha, do what you have to do. You don't owe Mura any loyalty. But on Mayugno's side, Mayugno, you did him dirty. That's when I have to agree. What do you? But there are some things that are not clear, because, of course, you know, guys, when you fight with someone, they go to explain their side of story. They will coil the story to fit their narrative and to paint the other person in a bad light. You understand? Marwa, when we will try and rush through this live stream, you will clearly see that there are some things that Marwa is not disclosing. When he came out here and said that the owner of that land was fighting with the unclemo, Marwa did not tell us whether they fought before Mayugno bought the land or after. Number two, you didn't tell us why they were fighting, because I don't believe there is someone that will just wake up and fight your uncle for no reason. So there is a lot, and I wish Mayugno and Nico Buddha would have gone this route of explaining their side of story, but they're like, Mura, you cannot tell us nothing. But honestly, I like how they went about this, because can you imagine Marwa coming out here to tell Mayugno and Nico Buddha, I know you bought the land, but you have to resell us the land. You know, you don't do that with Marwa, because when you cross paths with Marwa, he never forgives you. You will give back that land to deemwango, but they'll never like you. They'll still tell people to unsubscribe from your channel. They'll come out here with a smear campaign. Mayugno near Nico Buddha is bad. What is the point? Now that you're not in good, I think I'm out here being too honest with my thoughts. Now that you're not in good terms, stick on that lane, because Mura does not forgive. That one we all know, guys. Moses sat there like, thank you. Like he doesn't belong. So reactors need to bring this to attention to Mura subscribers. I hope they see, because those people never see anything bad with Mura saying so. But yeah, that is what I was saying. But something that I don't agree with Rocio when it comes to Moses' situation is the fact that Rocio will come out here and pretend that she's good, she does not have a problem with Black children, Black people, but we know she will just be good to them when she needs something from the Black donors. Yes. Yes, so guys, let's go through for someone that might have not watched from any other reactor. So guys, Mura Senso is out here crying, oh my God, Mayugno as I'll go through it, then we go to the reply by Mayugno and Nico Buddha. So Mura is crying that Nikobuda and Mayugno betrayed him. And if there is something else that is as he highlighted, sticking out on this story of Marwa Rant, is the fact that if Marwa helps you, oh my God, the world will know. Did you say that? Did you say Mura Senso said that even Mayugno did not even know how to speak English, which is true. But sometimes I'm like, I think Mayugno can speak good English, but he's just out here acting like a clown for content. Mura Senso said that even Nikobuda did not even have anything. I'm very sure that even the money that he bought that land with is not his. He doesn't have, Mura Senso ranted. Anyway, so this is what he said. Junior, I see you, welcome. So this is what Marwa said. There is someone that approached them. That person wanted to sell his land. The land is adjacent to deemwango's property, which I understand. Whenever you buy a property, you'll wish to expand that property. Whenever the neighbor wants to sell, you buy. So Marwa said that that neighbor approached them and they were like, yeah, we'll buy. Marwa with a big mouth, Marwa wanting to flex. We are buying property here and there, here and there. These people are built different. Maybe it's for content, but it's really weird to see people coming out here to brag. Like, why are you bragging? So Marwa went ahead to tell Mayugno. Sorry, Marwa went to tell Mayugno and Nikobuda that I'm going to buy a piece of land for my sister. You know, we got the money. And guess what, guys? I think that Marwa bad-mouthed, gossiped negatively about the seller. I don't know, but I'm suspecting. Because for the seller to switch up, Marwa is saying that the seller went to his property trying to destroy the perimeter wall, fought with the uncle. There is a gap there. We don't know what Marwa said about that person. So Mura said that no. Mayugno and Nikobuda short-changed the sister Deemwango and they went ahead to proceed to buy the land. So Marwa is like, these people betrayed me. According to me, Mayugno betrayed Marwa, but Nikobuda, how have you ever helped that man? Although morally, I'm like, you guys, why did you do that? But we'll never know. We will know. I think we will. So let me just play for the record so that Mura Senso does not call a lawyer and tells him that, this one, this one is coming out here to formulate some lies. I did not say. So Marwa, let me just play so that you said. You do not come out here saying that, oh my God, they are liars. No, we just repeat what you said and we give our opinions. Let me pull up that receipt because I realized that Rocio is still on the screen, but I want you to see Mura Senso ranting. But Marwa is seeing long days on these streets. Like people, we say in Kenya, woga imeisha. When we are trying to protest against the government, we are like, we don't fear anymore. So I feel like Mayugno and Nikobuda are at that level. Like they don't fear. But before, you could not even breathe when Marwa says, stop breathing. They'll stop breathing. But nowadays, you do what you have to do. Who cares?
Even sometimes my entire life, I could. But they seem to be people who only care about themselves.
Even you, Marwa.
Most of the time, or my downfall may be from people very close to me. And sometimes I sacrifice so much for them. Like, I'll literally do everything for them except giving.
I don't know, Marwa, maybe it's because you're selective on the people that you go hard on them, you support them, but there are some people that you've been their downfall, and all they've done is just to help you, just to allow you to use them. Strongman, African team, Mogesi, and every other youth in that village. So I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, let's stick on Mayugno and Nico Buddha. But when you come out here and speak of people betraying others, you betrayed the people that built that villa. I always say that, according to me, Mura Senso should be the last person to come out here and cry about people's bad behaviors.
Not help, to actually do business. Yes. Cancel the word help. We were talking with the neighbor to actually do business with my sister. And how did it start? So we were talking with the neighbor to actually help, not help, to actually do business. Yes.
Guys, you're wondering why I played that receipt, but personally I had to, because it's so interesting for me to watch Marwa now come out here and say that for them buying and selling land is business. But do you remember how they treated Murimi's case? Because we were out here crying that, no, Marwa, that is not a willing seller. He's a drunkard. He doesn't know what he's doing. He just wants the money to go and drink. But Marwa saying, no, these realtors are so bad. I'm out here helping Murimi. Now he has a motorbike to bring food to his table. And of course, we countered and say, especially in Kenya, there's nothing better than a land. Like the land is premium there. Because you can cultivate your land, you get food. Marwa was like, no, my sister Deemwango was helping Murimi by buying that land. But is it not interesting for him to be out here saying that it's not about helping, it's business? Marwa, have you seen how you come out here and expose yourself without even knowing? Guys, I'm telling you, I'm just giving you the background of what is happening, then we get to it. But as I said, what stuck out is the fact that Marwa was out here telling the world that both Mayugno and Nico Buddha did not have anything. And I'm like, are you for real? Nico Buddha got an inherited land. Why do you like dragging people?
Work today is broken.
Yeah, Mura. Mura, the ads are all over the place.
About, she's my sister. When I have problems, she helps me out. When she has problems, I help her out. And also, I have many friends. They are moving very well. Okay? But I need to remind you this. When I met these guys, they didn't have anything. I swear before God. And it's not bad. It's not like I'm feeling regret. No.
These people do not have anything. As I said, when Marwa helps you, prepare your nyash. The world will think that you were sleeping on the streets. You can say that for Mayugno, but that is not the case, but at least. But Nico Buddha, what do you mean? The guy had a pending project. It means he got something. I'm just highlighting to show how insincere you are with your help. Because you're not helping anyone, you're using the donor's money. But for you to help someone, Marwa, and you come out here and say that I helped this person he didn't have, it means that you didn't help them from a good place. You are doing that conditionally. With conditions. Oh my God. With condition, Kamo, welcome. I see you. Breman, I see you. Welcome. Junior, you are out here already. Badger Elvis, welcome. I see you. John Pinko, you say that Mura subscribers only watch his channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I see you. Which I agree 100%. Jackson, you said Marwa is greedy like our president Kasongo. Let me pin that comment and unpin before the Subaru boys come for me. Jackson, you know what I mean, right? Let me pin and unpin very quick. But thank you, Jackson, for tuning in. Remember when Mayugno crying when Marwa was living with Rocio, by the way? Yeah, Mura, like it's honestly time to leave those men to fly. Yeah, They've been licking your nyash for the longest. Let them be. Let them be. Thank you so much. Greetings to you too. Welcome, Collins. I see you. Yo, guys, let's continue. These people are just out here threatening people with the police. I was watching a video, but of course we don't have the time to react on that. David Jr. is out here threatening someone. Someone was just telling dancing grandma's sister that, no, you stop wasting your time. David Jr. will not build a home for you. He's just doing this for dancing grandma. David Jr. is calling the police, and I'm like, these people are connected. Don't play. Cream de la cream when it comes to corruption and connections and all these shenanigans. I say, right, Collins, to have a police officer's number and tell them, I want you to do this and this and this. Don't play. Greetings to you too, Lisa. I see you. Hey, guys, imagine. Any Kenyan in this reaction, in this live stream will tell you it's not a joke. Just to call the police officer at the convenience of your home or wherever you are. I want you to do this and this to this person. Yeah, I watched and I was like, oh my God, Nyabohanse residents. It's not easy on you. Anyway, he was just out here begging, telling people at the same time, I'm rich, blah, blah, blah. You know, when Marwa wants to address people, it does not take time, relax. You know, he will come out here when I'm very sure that probably the dad, Machete guy, had had addressed Marwa not nicely, because in the same live stream, Kondad was calling Marwa non-stop. And Marwa even admitted that Kondad is not happy with him, because they are suspecting that Marwa is out here short-changing. And the family is just messed up.
The reason to say, no, you're so poor, I don't want you to be my friend. Rich people do like that. Rich people do like that. I'm not the first rich person who
I'm not the first rich person. And Marwa, were you not out here right now telling people to buy some gifts for your in-laws before they go back because you don't have any money? It doesn't mean that any rich person must have money 24 hours, no. In fact, most of the times you don't have any cash flow because you're doing some projects here. But Marwa, you speak from both sides of your mouth. Go slow. So he proceeded to say that he really supported the boys. I'm not disputing, but at the same time, I'm like, Marwa, how do you support? When you come out here and say that I supported people, I'm supporting people, how are you supporting these people? Because as far as I know, you've never used your money. Of course, a shout out is nothing, because when Marwa really comes for you, when it comes to shout outs, when it comes through for you, you'll get the subscribers. I'm not ruling that out, but the fact that you're coming out here implying that you're constructing homes for people, you're just doing it partly. But constructing, it's not you, it's other people's money. It's good for you to put that across, because you're misleading.
Thank you, guys. Guys, you can also support me here. Sometimes I feel like I support others and I forget to support myself. So you can also support me here, guys. Okay? Now, I share the good news that, I am trying to help my sister add her property with this piece of land. Follow the story. The moment I shared this story to my friends, me that I have grown, not my sister's friend, guys that I have believed to be my people, I pulled them from down.
Mura, you're beating around the bush. Go directly to the point. And for that matter, just take my word for what it is, guys. It's just the way I highlighted. He told Mayuguno and Nico Buddha, and those people went ahead to buy the land. And of course, at this point, you cannot come for Mayuguno and the Nico Buddha that much, because we don't know if that is even the case, because maybe they had bought the land before Marwa went to tell them, but they would have told Marwa, right? Let's go with what we have at the moment. So Marwa said that after Nikobuda and Mayugno bought the land, I don't know if it's after or before, the owner of the land fought with Uncle Mo. And of course, guys, as I said, there is a lot of things that Marwa is not disclosing. He's out here just trying to paint Mayugno and Obuda in a bad light. Because tell me why that guy will fight the uncle. Why? You cannot tell me that the guy just woke up and fought Uncle Mo. They must have had some disputes here and there. And what is it, Marwa? Why didn't you disclose? You're not being honest.
Show up on the day of selling. And then after that, he fought Uncle Mo. And then he came, there was a wall, I have a wall here. He came, him and his brother started drilling my wall, you know. And
unless that person is a drunkard, guys, but I don't you cannot convince me that someone will just wake up, get some screwdrivers or whatever they used to destroy Marwa's perimeter wall. Marwa, did you steal a part of their land? Why will they try to reclaim part of your land? Because why? Why will these people drill your fence? If that is what happened, because I don't trust you 100%, guys, if that is what happened, why will these people do that? Because unless they're drunkards, but even if someone is a drunkard, they cannot do things out of the blues. But now something that was interesting is the fact that Marwa was pulling some strings because apparently it was a very huge fight. Guys, it was a huge fight. Uncle Mo was arrested together with that person. And Marwa just said, I don't know, Marwa has been out here for some reason telling people that I got the connections with the police. And Marwa said that I called the police officer. These people call, they don't go to report. I called the police officers and told them that release my uncle because, you know, guys, the police officers, this will be another court case and my money will be chilled by the lawyer. So just release them. That goes to tell me, guys, that Uncle Mo was at the wrong side. Because why would Marwa tell the police officers that he doesn't want to spend his money? Because this will be a court case. Let me play the receipt. Hey, guys, it's a lot. But of course, Marwa will not tell you what it is. He will not.
And then he came, there was a wall, I have a wall here. He came, him and his brother started drilling my wall, you know. And Gitiriba and my sister, they were pumping water from a fish pond to build their villas. And all of a sudden, this same owner who wanted to sell a piece of land to my sister goes to that fish pond and opens it up. You know, he goes and opens it up, opens so that there is no water. And fish pond, there were no fish inside. I want to make this very clear. There were no fish inside.
Don't get me wrong, guys, but at the same time, Marwa, it's not like you were compensating that person for using the fish pond or whatever. I'm not saying that what that person did was right, but I feel like Marwa is being entitled, right?
You know, there were no.
Because for him to think that that person should not open the water to flow so that deemwango does not have any water to do the construction, is being entitled. It's not your water. It's not your fish pond. I agree with you, Marwa. That was so wrong for that person to do. But legally, was not wrong. He can do whatever he wants to do with his property. But because you people are rich, you feel like people should be out here following your suit. Whatever you want, these people should be doing. What do you think, guys?
They don't get a source of water. It's either they now buy more what is it called? More pipe to go into the river, or no access to water. And then during that time, I don't know what happened with the owner of that land. he went to my sister's construction, passing there, and there was a confrontation between him and Unclemo, and they.
What was the confrontation? What was it? Why are you very, very not mean, but you're not generous with your information? You're very selective on what you're coming to tell your subscribers. What was the confrontation? Did Unclemo confront him for releasing the water from the fish pond? And if that is what happened, Unclemo is wrong legally, because that is not Unclemo's fish pond. And I suspect that is what happened, but of course, Marwa will not come out here and tell you. But I'm very sure that if that person was at fault in this case, Marwa would have told the people.
Fought, and then police arrested them, and I had to go to the police station. The police here, they know me, and I had to talk to them, and we finished those things here in the village. We didn't go. I'm a peaceful man, I don't like. So then during that time,
allow me to laugh in Chinese before we continue. You're a peaceful Marwa. Are you not the same person that was inciting Girtiriba and Unclemo to delete Mogesi? I was even watching that video because I don't know, for some reason it was recommended on my homepage. A peaceful person, Marwa, will never intend to delete someone. And you really need to go to church and rebuke that spirit, Marwa, because you're staying with your uncle. You came out here and announced to the world that he once deleted somewhere, not somewhere, once deleted someone and served almost 10 years in prison. And he was supposed to serve life sentence. Allegations are out here that your dad did the same, allegedly. But for your uncle, it's a fact because you said it. So, and you were out here threatening to delete Mogesi. Rebuke that spirit. I'm just saying, because you're my employer, I want you out here. Don't try that. Don't try that. And don't come out here and lie to people that I'm a peaceful. You're not.
During that time, I realized that the friends I had shared the news of me trying to help my sister buy this land had secretly, please.
Why am I not getting that receipt? Because you just admitted that you know the police, you called them and ordered them around what they should do.
What happened with the owner of that land? He went to my sister's construction, passing there, and there was a confrontation between him and Unclemo, and they fought, and then police arrested them, and I had to go to the police station. The police here, they know me, and I had to talk to them, and we finished those things here in the village. We didn't go. I'm a peaceful man, I don't like. So then during that time, I realized that the friends.
Sorry, I'm busy in the comment section. Did I play that receipt? I had to go to the police station.
And I had to go to the police station. The police here, they know me, and I had to talk to them, and we finished those things here in the village. We didn't go. I'm a peaceful man, I don't like. So then during that time,
yes, but he proceeded to mention something else about the police. Should I go looking for it? I'm so petty. Let me look for it, because he said that I told the police officers that this will be another court case, and I don't want my money to be drained. Because Marwa, you know that your uncle was at fault. Why would you do that, Patience? Marwa and the sister are sick, and they are also liars. Thank you so much, Patience, for tuning in. I see you, and of course, I do appreciate you. Monica also saw you. Welcome. Meresha, I see your comment.
Physical fight until they were arrested. I had to go in and help. I had to talk to the police and tell the police, look, if this one keeps going, we'll have another court case. And simply that means money will be getting out of our pocket. So let's just let this be.
Have you seen how these people are so connected? Huh? And not even in a good way, because everyone should be equal in front of the law. But I like it that they're just connected at the level of the police and the police station. But once the case proceeds to the courts, they cannot manipulate that, because if they were able to do that, Gintu will have not won the case. But just to highlight, guys, so that we keep knowing these things. When we come out here and react on what happens in that village, we know for a fact that there is no fair chance when it comes to the police and solving their cases at the police level, not at the court level. So for you, Marwa, to have, you're a corrupt individual, first of all, and I always see you in your Instagram, like trying to side with the Gen Zs of the country that, oh, the government is so corrupt, they need to do something about that. I feel like it should begin with you, Mura Senso. It should start with you. You're something else in that village, because the cards that you pull, it's very scary to be a village right there. It's not easy, because you know the villagers there, and unless just leave alone the YouTubers, because they can get support here and there. But for a villager, can you imagine, guys? Maybe you work 8 to 5, or you're a farmer. You will not have that kind of money to be bribing the police. But these people have that kind of money. So you can imagine how scary it is to share a village with this family. You just cross paths, something that is not illegal. They call the police. I just had to bring that up. It's very scary. So, did you just say that, you know, the police know me? I had to talk to them and say that, you know, if we let this person to be out here, it will be another court case. And of course, we know if Marwa knew that they are not at any fault and they will win the case, I'm very sure with the bitterness that that man did not sell him the land, they would have taken that man to the police, to the courts, sorry. They would have proceeded to the courts. Who knows? Maybe it's even the police officers that told Marwa and family that don't take this to the courts, because they will win the case. The Marwas will lose the case. We proceed. As I proceed to watch Mura Senso, honestly, I get to understand him more. You know, I always say that Marwa is good. It's just like he got faults like any other human being, and we react on those weaknesses. But no, because the mindset. He even said that when those people were drilling the perimeter wall, Marwa was like, I could have easily framed them that they were stealing my chicken and my eggs. And I'm like, these eggs, the eggs have suffered on your hands, Marwa. You're paranoid at this point when it comes to your eggs. And I'm like, for someone to have that mindset, the thought that they can frame someone for something they did not do. Let me play the receipt so that you understand what I'm talking about, because sometimes it's even difficult to explain Marwa's shenanigans.
You know what? My chicken have been stolen in my home, and I saw someone break my wall. I could have arrested. This one was not being, he didn't have fish. His brother tried to break my wall. I could have arrested them because they recorded this on video, and then I could easily have said, you know what? My chicken have been stolen in my home, and I saw someone breaking through my wall, and they would be arrested. And just, I'll show the police that video. That will be it. But because I don't want to fight small wars with village boys.
Guys, did you hear what he said? I could have, you know what? I could have just told the police that my chicken have been stolen in my home. You know what I was thinking when I was watching, before I did the reaction? I was like, does it mean that you came out here and lied on Moses' mom, that she was stealing eggs from you? Because you're someone that can easily frame someone. You were even thinking that, yeah, I could have easily told the police that they were stealing my chicken just because someone was drilling your fence. We don't even know if that is something that happened. You have to take Marwa's rant with a pinch of salt, because he will not admit to everything. He will not share all the information for people to judge fairly. He will not.
You know what? my chicken have been stolen in my home, and I saw someone breaking through my break my wall. I could have arrested them because they recorded this on video, and I could easily have said, you know what, my chicken have been stolen in my home, and I saw someone breaking through my wall. And
imagine, there is no chicken that have been stolen, but just because he wants to arrest someone, and he knows, they know that they can do that easily. As I said, I was just watching davyjnr, and he was out here, let me call the police to arrest someone for doing nothing. Personally, I take that information from Marwa to mean that he comes out here and frames people for no reason. If he wants you behind the police cells, he will get you. As he said, I could have easily, and he would. What kind of a millionaire is this? Chicken and egg brain. The chicken eggs. Someone give Marwa 20 crates of eggs. And those chicken that you're renting out here, Marwa, they were donated. I'm not saying that if someone donates chicken, you should not be renting, but I'm like, you're a millionaire. In this live stream, he mentioned 20 times. No, I don't know how many times. But he was just like, I'm a millionaire. I'm not the first millionaire. I'm a millionaire. Your battles should match your pockets, Marwa, please. Your pockets should match the rant that you come out here and do. About chicken eggs, you come and accuse people. Let me not go deep on that, but I'm just saying that a chicken egg is around 10 cents. Anyway, anyway, he was just losing his medulla because he was like, to hell with them. I'm done.
realized that the friends I had shared the news of me trying to help my sister buy this land had secretly, please quote this, secretly went and bought this land. One of them being Nico Buddha and his close friend Mayuguno, who I thought he was my very good friend. Okay? Secretly, guys, secretly. They didn't even use a chief. Secretly. So now I started like putting things together. Oh, and maybe I could be wrong. I'm saying maybe I could be wrong, guys. Maybe. But you can also help me in the comment section here. Maybe I could be wrong. Then I started thinking, oh my God, maybe these are the guys who kind of are fighting us without knowledge. Because if you look at it, this guy was willing to sell his land. We didn't even look for him. He came to us. I deal with them. I just don't deal with people who you can't trust. You know, I don't know. I just don't deal with people you can't trust. Thank you so much. That being said, is not wish them to come to my home again. That is it. To hell with them. I deal with them.
Hey, Mura, go slow. Yesterday, it's not yesterday. The other day, I was telling you that when you want to come out here and address people, make sure that you're relaxed. Now you're losing. Anyway, Mura Senso. Personally, I saw that rant is very hypocritical because at some point he was like, when I see people, I question myself, like, what do these people want from me? And I'm like, Marwa, you know the same person that is always out here, scheming on how to get money from donors? Jamaican uncle came to your villa and you were looking, how can I get money from this man? Let me start a solar panels project. People visited you and you were like, how will I use these people? You went to Ginto's home. The first encounter, you saw Ginto with the fish pond and you were like, how will I use this person? You told him that come to my home, do a project for me, the fish project, fish pond, and I'll pay you. You never paid him. As I started this reaction, guys, I said, he who comes for justice must come with cleaners. Otherwise, to hell with you also, because you cannot expect like a lot from people when you're not giving anything. Honestly, guys, what do you think?
It's become the biggest challenge in my life. Nowadays, when I see someone, I see When will they betray me? Especially men. Yeah. Or when I see them.
Let me not go there. It's monotonous, guys, because look at the likes of Minhawi. Look at the likes of those women. I don't know who else and who else. Those the US students came over. Mura Senso, you were paid allegedly 20,000 USD to host them. And you know what you did? You used the likes of Minhawi and every other person that came there to cook. Did you pay them? No. So stop being hypocritical, Marwa. But of course, you are addressing people that do not get it. Marwa was out there telling people that, oh my God, what will I give my in-laws? Janitaris was running crazy with the donation. And I'm like, Janitaris, to each their own. So something else that I was like, Marwa, you're not addressing fools. It said that I don't want volunteers. I feel like people that come to volunteer in my projects are just there to use him and to position themselves so that they can get donations from the donors. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so done at this point, because if there is anyone that uses the volunteers, it's you, Marwa. Because every service at Brand's construction home was done freely. Mayugno, you're out here ranting, but he was doing free. Nico Buddha, every other person. So who is gaining? Is it the volunteers or is it you? Because he was coming for Nico Buddha, like Nico Buddha pretended to volunteer, but he was trying to position himself to get the donors. Of course, he's jealous that people are supporting Nico Buddha and the rest. And he was like, from today, I don't want volunteers. Let's see if that will happen, because we know you thrive by using people. I'm not saying that these people do not benefit by volunteering. I'm just saying that it's hypocritical for Marwa to come out and pretend that volunteers take from him when it's the other way around. Or at least they're using each other. This is what he said.
Someone's house, like the way we did at Mama Ann and Grandma Villa, and wholeheartedly. And even one thing I've learned from this situation is, for example, when I'm doing projects, let's say building someone's house, like the way we did at Mama Ann and Grandma Villa 19, it's always good that I don't entertain volunteers, in quote, because I realize these volunteers most of the time, they are not genuine. They all they want is to actually exploit their service that they are volunteering. In that state, people can see them as very good people. People can see them through my channel that they are very, very good people. They are selfless, they are very nice, they are very kind. And through that, then they can gain advantage of my audience, in this case, be recognized, be known, and then use that now to chase what they want to chase. So in future, what I will do is, if there will be any project, people will be paid. There will be nothing free. And even
guys, you had him right there. Let's use around 2 minutes to talk about it, guys, because you're trying to say that Nico Buddha and the rest, the likes of Strongman, the likes of African Tea, Mogesi, Gintu, and everyone, you're trying to say that they used you by volunteering. Who used another one? It's not like they were even volunteering. Majority of these people were expecting a salary which you did not. We are not even going to go there. But I am happy that you will stop calling for volunteers, because I always feel like those people are being used, because there is someone, guys, that volunteered during Brand's grandma's construction house, and they have never been monetized to date. Marwa was asking those people that, how do you survive? And those people say that they are given free food by one of the YouTubers that accommodate them so that they can volunteer. You're given breakfast and lunch. Dinner, you survive by yourself, and you sort where you're sleeping. You'll be sleeping. You understand? It's so hard when you hear people's stories when it comes to struggling. I'm even happy that that thing will be scrapped off, because if there is someone that is suffering, are the volunteers. It's not you, Marwa. Why are you so pained that these people are positioning themselves to get the donors? How is it your problem? It's donors' money. Marwa, when you come out here and pretend that, oh, I want to construct a home for grand's grandma, mama aunt's home, this and that. You think we are fools when your sister goes to Philippines and says that I want to construct a home for Lola. You think people are fools out here? If there is anyone that benefits the most, is the one that is being constructed the home. And secondly, and mainly, it's you people, because you're never accountable and you know that you will get a very big cut from this construction. So stop with the hypocrisy. But of course, I know you're coming out here with that rant because you think people don't get it. Yeah, majority of your people do not get it, but I'm very sure that there are intelligent people that know that that is BS. BS. Lucy. Lucy, thank you so much for tuning in. I see you. Welcome. I also saw someone that I pinned the comments. They do fire. Thank you. Yeah, at this point, I think so. While he was busy stealing Gitiriba cement, you never helped that guy. Because for some reason, I don't know why Marwa likes helping people who don't come from that village. I'm not complaining, but I'm just like, you never helped Fadela. Now that he got a donor, why do you want to position? Hey, now that you are coming for volunteers, you yourself, you want to position yourself to get Fadela's donor to come through for you. Have you seen how you're very hypocritical on these streets? Mura Senso. So guys, I personally felt so bad for Mura to use the volunteers and then come out here and diss them, saying that these people are using you after you've used them. Who else was volunteering in that construction? A lot of them. Some of them, you even requested them to volunteer. There's Chacha's brother, I think even Chacha himself. Who else? We have a lot of those people. Even even Mayugno, he volunteered, and you're the one that asked Mayugno to volunteer. So why are you switching up now to mean that those people are using you? You're so wicked and selfish. Yeah, that one was very low of you, Marwa. Do you know Marwa? You always claim to come from a very poor background, but I believe you don't, which you've always proved that you never came from poor background. Your mom was a teacher, your dad a scholar, your biological father a teacher. How did you become poor? But Marwa, do you know the struggle? Do you know how low someone will be to come all the way to Nyabohanse and volunteer with the hope of starting a career of YouTube? Do you know? Do you know how much those people go through? Just for you guys, you come from wherever you are to go to that villa, you don't have a job, you've gone to school, no job, your home is very poor, nothing. Like we say in Swahili, "Hauna mbele wala nyuma." Like when you look in all directions, there is no hope. The only thing you can think, the only thing you can imagine or think of is going to the village and volunteer with the hope that Mura will give you a shout out and succeed. Do you know how, not miserable, but how low you will be to go to that extent? Because I'm very sure those people do not even eat any dinner. They depend on the free food that these big boys will be offering. You do that, maybe you never even succeed. You don't get monetized, or you get monetized and no one watches your video, but you've offered your free services. And as if that is not enough, the person that benefited from your free services, that is Marwa, comes out and claims that you used him. How sad is that? Marwa, shame on you. Shame on you for that, honestly. Hey. How can I pin this comment? Sure. Kemi, thank you so much for that. But you know, oh my God, Kemi, do you know how many eggs $20 will buy? 2001 crates. One crate is how many eggs? 30 eggs. One crate is 300 shillings. And that will be around 6 crates. Imagine for $20. More than 6, 7 crates with some balance. Anyway, thank you so much for that super slap. But to see Mura Senso crying about eggs, I'm like, respect your bank account, Marwa. That is so true. Blackwater. Oh, only 24 eggs in America. Wow. Life is expensive there. Very expensive. Wow. Out here, imagine 6 crates. And of course, it's so hard to get $20 in Kenya. I even forgot that. $20 is around 2,500 per day. It's not easy. Anyway, thank you so much for that. So let me go off of, let me get done with the volunteers, but I can react on that for days. Let's go to something else. Can I still talk about Mura being very hypocritical? At some point, he was even looking for a Bible, and I'm like, Marwa, do you think the Bible wants to appear on your live stream when you're being hypocritical, you're being selfish and wicked?
I don't know where my Bible is. I need to ask my wife. I wanted to write the Bible up and tell you the story I'm telling you is real. I'm not making this up. And
of course, for you to go to an extent that you want to justify, I'm inclined to believe that you're lying. And about the Bible, guys, and about the Bible, hey, Marwa, you really want to lift the Bible, but you're not lifting. Have you forgotten that it was just yesterday that he came out here and said, not yesterday, a few days ago, he came out here and said that I lifted my Bible and told the judge that I've forgotten Gintu. And that was a lie. Yeah, Marwa, you can lie. Did you say that you lifted your Bible to confirm that you've forgiven Gintu? But could that be true? Because according to Marwa, he has a Bible right there. And Gintu's sister said that Marwa attended the judgment day virtually. So maybe the Bible has suffered on your hands. So let me even skip this part, but it was all about being hypocritical. Oh, honesty, these people are not honest. They are greedy. And I'm like, are you talking about yourself?
it's not like that I build up my enemy. I feel like sometimes people are very, like people cannot, how can I say, like people are very greedy. You know, it's mostly or dishonest, those two things. Because if you are not greedy, if you're not driven by greedy and dishonesty, you would at least care for someone who has held your hand. You know, you will at least take care.
Honest and greedy, I'm not going to talk about that. Marwa, if there's someone greedy, like nasty greedy, in this world, it's you always begging. Oh my God, I want a jacket. I want a camera. I want the eggs that were stolen. I want chicken. I want you to donate to my in-laws. I want to gift them. Oh my God, donate for Marwa. You're greedy. That is greediness. In case maybe you don't know, that is greediness. Being dishonest, forget about it. Now let's go to something else that is so juicy. So, guys, Marwa is saying that the family who is Ondari, Deemwango, and davyjnr are very much against him because the family believes that Marwa is fighting them indirectly. What do you think? At this point, I'm like, Marwa, could that be the case? Could that be the case? Because if you'll come out here and fight people that have not done anything to you, you came out here and fought strongman, you fought African tea travels, you stole from her. She did nothing to you. All she did is cook for you and your parasites, but you came and fought them with no reason. At this point, I believe that probably your Ondari and your sister are very true to believe that you're not honest. You're dishonest. So this is what he said about that.
Okay. So guys, Tony, don't worry. Things will be okay, you know. Don't worry. As long as I'm alive, things will be okay. So now, what happened is after realizing that Nico Buddha and Mayugno, they had secretly, guys, secretly bought this land. I called them for a meeting, and then we talked for like 2 hours. Gitriba was there, I was there, Nico Buddha was there, Mayugno was there. We agreed, okay?
Did I skip that part? Sorry, that was the wrong receipt. It's supposed to be right here.
To be very honest, my family, Mzee Ondari and family, they don't see me the same way. They always think maybe Marwa is fighting Sister D or David Jr., you know, they don't see me in that way. Because there's another incident that happened where...
Before the instant, because guys, but if there is something that I like about Marwa as a reactor, is the fact that he will always give us the tea. It might take so long, but ultimately, he will come out here and let us know what's up. It's a lot that he disclosed right there. We are about to get into it. But guys, what do you think about Ondari and the children, the biological children, viewing Marwa in that way, believing that Marwa is not honest? He fights people because Ondari believes that Marwa is fighting David Jr. and deemwango because I do not believe deemwango side, because deemwango is claiming that Marwa always introduces people on these streets and they come and fight them. On that side, I believe that it's deemwango being selfish. Because of course, you know, deemwango does not want to share subscribers. And I'm like, deemwango, do you see it's important? Which is something that I give it to Marwa. Marwa is very confusing, but when it comes to subscribers, I'm like, initially you were very nice and generous with your subscribers. But I believe that deemwango just wants Marwa to stop giving out shoutouts. At the same time, I'm like, deemwango, your channel is going through some natural deletion, and you're still not learning a lesson. When it comes to David Jr. claims that Marwa is close to the people that fights him. But guys, guess what? I believe Ondari and the children, because there is an instance that Marwa shared. Marwa said that there are some people that visited him. He didn't say who these people are, but Marwa said that there are some people that visited him and borrowed 100,000 Kenyan shillings, that's around $800. Marwa gave them. And these people went and fought Mr. Ondari. Marwa said it was an ugly fight between these people and Mr. Ondari. And I'm like, that cannot be a coincidence. That cannot be a coincidence. Someone comes to you, Eva Miller, and they are like, we are really suffering, asks for that money. At the same time, I'm like, who are these people? And Marwa, are you formulating your stories? Because can you imagine Marwa giving you $800 for nothing? I don't believe it. Unless Marwa asked her donor to give these people the $800, but I don't believe that Marwa can take $800 from his pocket and give people. At the same time, I was like, why are you not disclosing these people? And if I was Mr. Ondari and the children, I also believe that Marwa, you got something to do with the same people fighting Mr. Ondari. Of course, I was thinking in my small corner, I was like, could these people have had a conversation with Marwa and Marwa bad-mouthed Mr. Ondari? Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for someone to come all the way to the villa, ask Marwa for money. Marwa, for some weird reason, becomes generous for that day, gives you the money, and then you go and fight Mr. Ondari. Marwa, there's something you're not telling us right there. You're not being honest, you're not disclosing all the information. What did you tell these people?
You remember there's a time I told you my dad had given me land, and again he took it from me, and then he gave it back to me. It was situations like that. So sometimes I get really punched on the face, not only from my friends, but also from the way my family perceives me. Sometimes my family sees me as a guy who grows up people who come to fight them. I don't know if you understand. For example, people like those people who have been fighting my younger brother, those people have grown in my compound. I'm the one who told them, there's like something called YouTube. I can help you.
Let me go directly to that story because, guys, I'll really read your comments when it comes to this. Let me skip and go to that story because that one, Marwa, it seems that you're fighting your sister. Has Rocio poisoned you to go against your sister? Because I don't believe that can be a coincidence.
And then I told him, you know what, Mayuguno? No. Then somehow he started YouTube here. And
that is not what I want to share. Just wait, guys. Let me share that receipt. I'll be reading your comments. What do you think? Do you think these people just came and fought on Dari for no reason? I don't want to talk. Listen to this.
And I told you previously, there's something also that happened. I helped some people. These people came back to my home and they were fighting my dad so hard. I gave them some money. And they took this money. They didn't tell me that they wanted to take my money and use it to fight my family. So they went and fought Mzee Dad so bad that my dad felt so bad. Me, I didn't know. I swear before God, I didn't know. These guys just came and said, Marwa, we need help. Please help us. We need 100,000 Kenyan shillings. That's like $800. It's another story again. So one thing I didn't know that these guys wanted that money so that they can come and fight my dad and some group of other people. And they fought my dad so hard. And my dad felt so bad that he had gifted me some piece of land. He took it from me when I was in vacation. But when I came back home, we sat down, we talked. I had to explain to my dad my honest truth. My dad partially gave me back the land. No, it's not Murimi. Please watch the video from the start. It's not Murimi. It's not Murimi.
Let me know what you think about that, guys. I'm here to read your comments. How much of a coincidence can someone, because you didn't say who they are, do you know these people? Because according to Mara, it's just some people that came from nowhere. They claim that they are struggling. Marwa gave them 100,000 Kenyan shillings, any Kenyan in the building, 100,000 Kenyan shillings. Since when? Anyway, Marwa gives them this money, and these people goes to fight Mr. Ondari. What did you tell these people? I sided with Ondari at this time because, assuming it was you guys, and you learned that Marwa gave 100,000 to these people, did you give them this money as you claim, or did these people sell a piece of land to you? Let me read your comments, guys. A lot of things are missing from Marwa's story. Honestly, I've never seen Marwa. Let me read your comments. And I don't know how you're not smart. Let me put it nicely. Marwa, why would you take Mr. Ondari's land and you construct your villa on Ondari's land? And you've seen that this man is not straight with you, very shaky. When you do something, he takes a piece of his land because as we speak, Marwa said that the dad gave him the land partially. Partially. Do you know what partially means? Probably Marwa does not have the documents. Probably the agreement was withdrawn. If there is something dumb that you've ever done in your lifetime, Marwa, is to allow yourself to construct the villa on Ondari's land. You came out here and told us that this man was mistreating you when you were young. Very unfortunate. I'm so sorry about that. And now, apparently, there have been a lot of fights that goes on between you and that man. Why would you have allowed yourself to put yourself in that situation of building on someone else's land. You know that is own goal. That is shooting yourself on that term is not. That is own goal. Like you'll have no one to blame. I'm digressing. Let me read your comments. But let me know what you think about that, because it's someone that gives you a piece of land and takes it. And it goes to show that once, like, if someone does not like you, they'll never like you. How can I put this across? Because I'm very sure if this was David Jr. Marwa, the dad would have not taken back his land. Once your dad, your mom gives you a piece of land, they'll never take away from you. It's not like you never fight with your parents, but it's because they know you're their child. What will they do with you? But for Ondari, for you to take back Marwa's land and you give it back to him, it goes to show that you never like him. You never. Probably was just gifting him the land because he's like, I'm sleeping in a mansion because of Marwa. But that man does not love Marwa and he will never. Because Ondari, this Marwa has even taken your last name. If this was David Jr., would you have done what you're doing to Marwa? Now I'm on Marwa's side again, but I'm just being honest, guys. A lot. Let's cover what we can cover. Kemi, you said he probably paid people to fight Ondari over the land as proxy for him. 100%, because you cannot tell me that I go and ask money from someone somewhere. They give me 100,000. Hey, Mura, you're asking for loyalty from Mayuguno. I'll be loyal, because 100,000, who will give you 100,000? 100,000 is life changing in this my country. You not even have to ask for my loyalty. I'm loyal for life. Camo, scammer, scammed scammer. Ellis Queen, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. You say that Marwa paid them to go fight Ondari because he had taken the land back. Because Marwa is not giving us the timeline of these events. Just the way I said about Mayugno and Nico Buddha in the Deemwango's land saga. He never gave us the timeline, because when you say on this date this happened, we can know who is lying, what is missing, what we can assume, what we can overthink. So very possible. Deadwood, Marwa only savior is that he is richer than Lady J. Pami, welcome. He said that you said that he hasn't seen betrayed yet. Wait until all of them turn against him. He'll need to be by himself. I agree. He's out here activating with the same stories. Guys, I'm a lone man. What did you say? Let me look. Man alone. I'm a man alone. Guys, oh my God, you can even donate because my in-laws are going. Oh my God. Marwa, you're complicated. Patrick, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Monique, I see you. He paid for a hit. That is what I'm also thinking, because I'm like, there are some coincidences in this world, but that one, Marwa, I don't agree with it. That one, you're lying. By the way, you'll never know people by just watching their content on the streets. Can you believe that time they were in Mombasa, the land was being taken away, came to the villa, the land was given to him partially, but Marwa, you're going through a lot. And I feel you for that, honestly, but have you ever thought of calling Gintu, call Mogesi, call Strongman, call African Tea Travel, call all these people that you betrayed, ask for forgiveness, and make amends? Maybe the world will be easy on you. Because at this point, I'm like, hey, Mura, this is too much. This is too much. Maybe you might need to make amends with the people that you betrayed before you were betrayed by betrayers. Fakere, If you are innocent, your father should not use his gifts to manipulate you. By the way, whatever Ondari is doing, not nice. Mr. Ondari, that is manipulation, that is mental torture, by the way, because can you imagine? I'm very sure that Marwa is scared because Mr. Ondari is a machete man. He can wake up one day and tells Marwa, I want my land. That one that your villa is on top of. I want my land. What will you do? Legally, what will you do? Nothing. Prayers your way. My boss, Mura sent so. Marwa acting like a Gambi. Yeah, by the land, but it's so sad to be in Marwa's situation. Maybe you need to stop paying the police to torture people. Maybe you need to stop because the Ondari and the children are hitting on you. You're going to hit innocent villagers. So, a man eat man society. And the Bible, you forgot the Bible. Imagine it doesn't have any title deed by the Amura sense. So I never thought that you can make such a dumb mistake right there. Mr. Ondari got spies in the villa. They tell him about who has been given money and who has borrowed what. Yeah. That man seems connected. That man seems to be having all the information here. Drew Bell, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. You say that no way Condads is imprinted on these facial features. They look identical. Who else? Drew Bell, that is his portion, still buying unattached properties. That is not smart at all. Not smart at all. On your end, Murasen. So no wonder Conmam was beaten. Yeah. Hey. This is messy. Messy situation in that village. Yeah, the family is so messed up at this point. So, giving someone the land and taking back, that is torture right there. In fact, if I was Mura, I'll mentally disassociate myself with what the dad has given him because this man will be giving you, taking it back. I don't want to be dealing with such.
Think maybe Marwa is, because there's another incident that happened where you remember there's a time I told you my dad had given me land and again he took it from me and then he gave it back to me. It was situations like that.
You never told anyone. This is the first time, but it's hard to know that Mura sent, so to be very honest. But what I'll say is that you, Mura, expecting loyalty from people that owe you nothing is out of place. Very out.
Oh, yeah. The thing is, sometimes when you help someone, you kind of expect them to be more loyal to you because you fought their battles.
No. How many people have helped you and you were never loyal to them? How many? What did Strongman do to you and all those people that were working for you? Steve, who are these people? You never gave them loyalty. Why do you expect something that you don't give? You're the kind of a person that you give, you dish, but you cannot take it. Whew. Anyway, Mura said, so if there is something that Marwa have is an upper hand when it comes to the police because he kept bragging that, I got the contacts.
Physical fight until they were arrested. I had to go in and help. I had to talk to the police and tell the police, look, if this one keeps going, we'll have another court case. And simply that means money will be getting out of our pocket. So let's just let this be.
That is something that you got, Mura. When it comes to connections, you got it. But it's biting your nyash without even you knowing. You do injustice to one person, that will come back to you. So I'd say Marwa is a control freak because let me talk about this because, of course, as I gave you a brief, he was basically telling Nikobuda and Mayugno to sell back the land to deemwango. And Marwa said in that deal, they were supposed to pay Mayugno and Obuda by $50 more. And I'm like, Mura, I think you thought now that Mayugno cannot speak English, he cannot do calculations. Do you know the cost of buying land apart from what you pay the owner? Because for your information, guys, apparently Mayugno and Nikobuda used a lawyer. They did not go that route of Mura Senso paying the chief signing things that he's not even supposed to sign. Morally, because for the chief, I'm ranting, guys. Anyway, for the chief to sign a land where a drunkard is selling to Mura Senso is morally wrong. I don't know if it's legally right. I think it's not even legally right. So Mura Senso has the connections. He came out here yesterday. I even highlighted on yesterday's live stream. He said that I got the connection from the courts to the police to the local administration. So Nikobuda and Mayugno outsmarted him. They went through the lawyer. They bought it through the lawyer. So imagine. So Marwa said that he sat down with Mayugno and Nikobuda and agreed that deemwango will overpay them by $50. And I'm like, Marwa, you heard that these people bought the land through the lawyer. How much do you think they paid the lawyer? Not even $50. Marwa, how much do you think Mayugno and a friend paid the lawyer to mediate between the purchase, to mediate the purchase of the land? Let's assume it was $50. What was the expense going back and forth to the lawyer, to where and where, getting the title deed? How much do you think those people spent? And for you to try and convince them by overpaying them by $50 is laughable. Laughable right there. I don't know if I'll get that receipt, but
pocket. So let's just let this be. So
just a second.
We agreed in the meeting. We agreed that they will find a different piece of land here in the village, and that my sister will buy that land from them at even a higher price than they had bought. And the reason I told my sister to actually even buy that land at a little higher price is because just to show that we are not using, let's say, Maro like me as a boss. I'm not using my bossiness to kind of like force them, give my sister that land in terms of business. So to make the deal a little better, we offered even more money than they had bought the land. We offered them a little more, so that it's not like they're giving us free, we're actually buying. And one thing I keep telling you is we actually buy these lands at a very expensive, when I say very, I mean very. You can actually take that money and go to the coastal city and buy land there. But
don't be an idiot. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. Even the Mwango ran away because of the cost of their land. Mura says, have you ever gone to the beach and asked beachfronts? You cannot even buy if you have the money. There are some cartels there. Any Kenyan, if you've ever been interested, there are some wazungu. Hey, let me not be political, but you go maybe to Diani for any Kenyan in the building and you want to buy a beachfront or the next row. See, there is that one beachfront, and then there is that tarmac road, and then you'll be just walking distance. There are wazungus there, cartels. Even if you go to the money, you cannot buy. And Marwa is out here claiming that you can buy with 5,000 USD. An ordinary citizen cannot even buy a pitch. Jesus Christ. An ordinary citizen cannot even buy a beachfront property. Marwa, stop it.
Because sometimes you're a visionary, you want to build a village, you want to create something. Yeah. Edith says, what high price? The answer to you is, if land is bought at X and you buy it at 2X, while all other people around you are being sold at X, that is high price, okay? Yes, I've answered you. If you still have a problem with that, that's on you.
Do you know why Marwa was so pissed with that person that asked that question? It's because Marwa earlier, maybe 5 minutes ago, I'm trying to scan through that receipt. I hope I can get it. Marwa had said that he offered to pay Nikobuda and Mayuguno $50 on top. $50. Marwa, even $500, it still doesn't make sense because lawyers in Kenya are very expensive. Even to get a title deed, it's a cost and cost. You even bribe people there to get one. You see? Buddha was salty and salty. So he was just super, super aggressive. And the fact that he was ordering around Mayuguno and Nikobuda to sell and resell, guys, this is what I'm saying. What Nikobuda and Mayuguno did, it's not nice when you're friends. If you do that to me and we are friends, I'll be salty, but I cannot do anything because legally it's not wrong. It's not wrong. So for Marwa to feel like he can order them around, we'll come back to their reply because that was juicy. Anyway, that is just Marwa being a control freak as always. But as I've insisted, I don't think Nikobuda owes Marwa anything because even Marwa himself said that he never helped Nikobuda.
And I have stood by them to make sure that they stand. For Nikobuda, you can say I've not been there, but it's through me still. It's that he's doing what he's doing because through me I had to hold Mayugno.
So Mura saying, so why are you roasting Nikobuda? Why are you opening a live stream to address him? As who? You're not his friend. You never helped him. We saw you helping Mayugno. You never helped him. Let me try and look for the $50.
We will give you more money than you bought it. Not so much, but at least it has to be more. So that you guys don't feel like, oh, we are bullying you around to give or something like that. Or me as a boss, I'm using my position as a boss to, to push you guys to give, not to give, to sell the land to my sister. Now,
guys, I'm not getting it and I'm not happy about that. But it's $50. If you watched the live stream, you know what I'm talking about. It's 50. You're unbelievable. Sharon, I see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. X plus $50. Did he say that? I think it was something like that. Guys, I don't want to take a lot of your time, but $50. Maro said that Mayugno was not even speaking English. Yeah, someone might not understand English because English is not even Mayugno's first language, but he can calculate. That man bought a range. He can calculate money from the donatus. Kamo, you were out here already. I saw some people up here. Thank you, Passage Finder, for tuning in. You said Marwa is upset because Mayugno doesn't call him boss anymore. Mayugno is the boss himself. Miss Brown, your trends and chat, greetings. Greetings to you too. Bongo Mama, you said that the issue is Mayugno has bought Range Rover. Now he has assisted Nikobuda to buy land. He feels like he's losing control. But to be honest, Marwa, you're losing control. And you have to get used to that so that you don't come to the internet losing your damn mind. You're even looking for a Bible. What has a Bible done to you? Now you're using your Bible. That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine Mayugno fueling the Range Rover to go all the way to the lawyer's office? How much do you think that is, Marwa? You got expensive cars. You should know better. Junior, you're out here. Thank you so much for tuning in. If I've not mentioned your name, of course, you know, I'm always out here appreciating you so much. So much, so much. Anyway, $50, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Transport, the lawyer fee, the paperwork, a lot of money. But that goes to show, as we said, guys, that Marwa got a lot of land, but he doesn't have the papers. And that is not safe. If you're a Kenyan, you know this. When you buy a piece of land, you want to follow up, make sure that you have your title. Just spend the money and get the papers, because people got a tendency of selling me a piece of land. They sell to Ellis Queen the same piece of land, and they sell to Sharon Thomas the same piece of land. What will you do in that case? You have to protect yourself, Marwa. Huh? Don't be too greedy that you don't even protect the small that you've acquired using your money or your donor's money. Look at your dad giving you property, taking away, giving you, taking away. You just told us right now. It's not okay. It's not safe for you, even for your mental health, not good. So something that I've not understood to now, guys, I don't know why the owner became aggressive to Marwa and the family. I feel like Marwa talked some crap about him. I don't believe that someone can be, sorry, I don't believe that someone can just be mad about, pissed off for no reason.
Maybe in their secretive meeting when they had with the owner, they spoke too much.
So Marwa have speculation that probably it's Mayugno and Nico Buddha who made the landowner to be aggressive. Marwa, that is an allegation. You're not sure.
Then I realized probably these guys had instigated. Maybe in their secretive meeting when they had with the owner, they spoke too much. And then the owner became so aggressive. So that is what happened, guys. And when Mayuguno sent his mom here, I told the mom point blank, me, I stand with your son. Me, I actually, that day even I cried. I showed the mom the early first videos of Mayuguno. When Mayuguno couldn't even speak one sentence in English. But I was there as Marwa supporting him. You know, actually, even it's something I need to tell you. Before Mayuguno became this superstar, guys, I had opened him a business. I opened him a charcoal business. I opened him another business, I don't know, to sell sardines for the wife. This is before YouTube.
But I'm not so sure. I stand to be corrected. But Marwa, I thought there was a time that you came out and claimed that Mayuguno does not have a wife and he needs to get a Muzungu wife. I think there was something like that. And just to save you future pains here and there, maybe you need to lower your expectations from people that you help. And when you help genuinely. I know you came through for Mayugno because you were overworking him. Were you paying him good? Maybe it was another way of compensating him. But maybe if you lower your expectation because you got Rocio there, what will happen if she wakes up and addresses you on a live stream and you part ways? Will you be coming out here every single day, every blessed day to come on a live stream and say that even Rocio, she was begging for free food in Mexico? I brought her. She didn't even come with the lotion, and I sponsored her stay. I even paid the flight tickets. Even the parents did not have. Will you come out here and go that route again? You're there building a home for Gitiriba. And we are very sure, I can bet on these guys. I'm not even reaching. It will fall apart with Gitiriba. Was it just the other day that Gitiriba got an accident with your car? And you came out here and told people, if you never see me with Gitiriba, you know. Will you come out here and claim that, oh my God, I was even begging sponsors to build a villa for Gitiriba? Have you seen? It will not be healthy for you. Lower your expectations from people and help people genuinely from your heart. Because if you meet people on the streets, they ask for 20 shillings for food, you never think about it because you were like, oh my God, I got a coin here, let me help them. But this one of yours, Mura Senso, when that is on your neck, you're out here over expecting from people, it will it will not be good for you. Have you seen how we are even good? We are not bad. We are just giving our opinions. Guys, Zama, what do you think? What do you think, guys? I think that the guy is really going through a lot. That one we cannot deny. He's going through a lot. That's when Mura was pimping Mayuguno to get Mzungu. Yeah. And I was so shocked when I heard him saying that, oh, guys, I was even opening a charcoal business for the wife. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You did it. I thought you were doing all these things because you're nice, a nice person. But Marwa, once you come out here and tell people that I've done this, it's clear indication that you did it with the conditions. You did it with the conditions. I saw someone out here, Singats, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. You say that the problem with Mura is that is the siblings. They bully people and they think they are above everyone in the village because they are just YouTubers. Marwa should feel what it's like when he bullies others. Thank you for that comment. Thank you. Oh my God. Salma, thank you for tuning in. You say that yes, that range, Marwa is a jealous person, always waiting for people to be. Yes. You cannot tell me that Mura was genuinely happy for Gitiriba because Marwa got this problem of wanting to brag on people that I'm even rich, but of course in front of the donors he's poor. I don't have the money, donate. But in front of the villagers, he always wants to be the big boss. I'm the boss. So a lot of people, by the way, when you go to Mayugno's comments from real fans, not real fans, but diehards, they're like, Marwa is jealous of your range. It could be true, really. It could be. Monique, you say that why would he even think of asking them to sell him a land they just bought? But if there is something that I can tell you that these people are very smart, I'm talking about Niko Buddha in Mayugno, is the fact that they didn't let Marwa convince them to resell back the land because Marwa never forgives. Niko Buddha and the friend would have gone back, do the paperwork to give the land to deemwango, but these two siblings would have never talked to them. And Marwa will still have opened a live stream and tell people to unsubscribe. Because when you come out here and expose people like that, what will Marwa's fans do? They will unsubscribe. It's just an indirect way of telling his subscribers to unsubscribe from Obuda and Mayugno. Really. So, guys, Mura was basically, the guy was aggressive. We've never known why. The owner of the land was aggressive. And Thompson, greetings to you. I see you, and of course, I really appreciate your presence. Marwa basically was going through something because he kept mentioning that he always got rough times with Mr. Undari. And I'm like, it seems that a lot goes on between the two that we'll never even know.
Times, even my presence in his home, he should be the guy who is fighting me like this. Because this for me was a direct fight. Fighting my sister is fighting me direct. And then my family thinks Marwa is using his friends to make sure that, like my dad would think like that, you know. And me and my dad, sometimes we have rough moments. So to be honest, I felt bad and I felt man alone.
Even when Marwa says that I felt like man alone, I got no support system, I feel like it's true, honestly, because here, deemwango is accusing him of fighting her indirectly. Here, David Jr., here, Ondari fighting, here, Rocio being moody. Here, I think congratsmum should become closer to Marwa, like closer for emotional support, because, as I said, who knew that this was going on in that family? So you can imagine what goes on that we don't know and we will never know. man alone, but I still insist that Marwa, you should make peace with the people that you've done dirty on these streets. Maybe your things will go straight. Have you ever considered? Maybe you need to, if you ever come across this video, maybe you should consider. Don't let your subscribers, a few of them, tell you that, oh my God, don't talk to Mogesi, he's very bad. No, sit with yourself, with your conscience, and think about what you're going through. Because sometimes karma does not wait for so long. Sometimes it visits you very early, waits and this and that. So maybe just a polite suggestion. But not dealing with Mayugno in Kemi. These boys won't have anything because all they did was get easy. Yes. Singats, Marwa and siblings are very jealous and they don't hide it. I think they're even fighting among themselves. Like, oh my God, did you get the donors? Oh my God, are you buying more lands? Have I? But something that you must have noticed from these people is Ondari supports Deemwango and davyjnr. I feel like he sidelines Marwa, and of course that is not nice. So Marwa is so ungrateful. He says that he's come through for these people, especially Nikobuda in Mayugno, but they have not done the other way around. Like Mayugno has never helped Marwa. Can you believe it? Guys, do you think Mayugno has ever helped Marwa in this lifetime? Do you think? I think so. Because Marwa, you would order around Mayugno like no one's business. You call him to volunteer on the constructions. Same to Nikobuda, same to any other person. But I don't know why you feel like it's okay for you to come out here and pronounce that these people never help you. You're the one helping them. Guys, what do you think? What do you think? I think that Mura Senso is lying when it comes to that.
And if I look, to be honest, these guys have never helped me. There's no day I can remember Mayugno bringing me maybe 10 bags of cement in my home. I cannot even remember. But me, I can remember many days I've gone there. Even there's a man who came from Australia. If you're watching this, you know yourself. He asked me one question. Maro, I want to leave your village, but I want to bless one person. Please tell me who I can bless. Including yourself, Maro. You can say, bless me. I told that man from Australia, look, my friend, there is only one man right now I'm thinking of that you can bless. His name is Mayuguno. Please go buy metals and take metal. Don't give him money. Buy metals and take those metals to him. I'll be very blessed.
One thing that I have to mention again, when Marwa comes out here and says that I've helped this person, Marwa, you have to be very categorical. You don't help them using your money. You should be saying that the donors helped Mayugno through me, but not you doing it. And for you to say that these people, you should not be expecting anything from Nikobuda. And when it comes to Mayugno, he might not have brought you bags of cement, but he did something to you, service-wise, not product-wise. Have you forgotten it was just the other day? Volunteered because you asked him. That is not even volunteer, he was just following your orders on your commands. You called him and told him that I want us to do this. And that is helping. It's even more than your bags of cement that you took there. Anyway, when you help people, they don't see the good things that you do to them. They just see the faults. And Marwa is so good with that because they just fall apart with someone. He forgets everything that that person has ever done, just remembers the one bad thing that they did. Typical of any human being, right? Yes. So if there's something that I liked of this situation before we finish up with their reply, is the fact that Marwa is so shocked that there are smarter people than Gitiriba in himself. Because Marwa is still not happy with the fact that Nico Buddha is very smart because according to Marwa, Nico Buddha, you'll never know when he's mad, when he's happy, what he's planning. Because of course, you know, Marwa is used to being nice and say to, is used to people like Gitiriba. Can I say slow, not smart? Allow me to use that term. Because Gitiriba will follow Mura Senso like aimlessly, like doesn't question, doesn't think for himself, like just like that, like kama upepo, like wind, just following up. But when it comes to Nico Buddha, this is what Maro had to say, and I'm very sure that he'll never give a chance to Nico Buddha because Maro does not like when he is surrounded by smart people. Marwa wants Ankomo. Ankomo, I'm sorry for saying this, but I've seen your actions are stating that you're not good, you're smart. You're not smart, you're foolish. Because there was a time you're doing your construction, Marwa and the sister Deemwango came out here and told people that don't donate to my uncle. He can work. And when they are saying that, they are collecting donations. And an outsider, Micheleponte, came through for you. But what did you do? You're foolish. You're out here being used by the people that told the world not to support you. Are you not foolish? And Gitiriba, I don't even have to mention because yours is a sea, a pool. So I even forgot to play that receipt. Marwa is so shocked that he once welcomed someone smarter than him on his circle. Because this is
And his main problem is you can't predict him. He's so quiet. $50 US. Thank you, real change. Like real change is one of the strongest. What he did to me was noise. Yes, 100%. And his main problem is you can't predict him. He's so quiet. He never says his things, and sometimes that is okay. Maybe you want your things to materialize before you talk about it. But it's unfair that we people tell him our secrets, and he uses that. Like, for example, buying that land was a secret, and uses that to his advantage. You know? And he should even be grateful because honestly, if I was selfish, they would not be where they are, 100%.
Guys, have you heard Marwa? You mentioned number without times. I don't know if I can control F. You can predict. It will come maybe 15 times. Marwa is like Nico Buddha, you can never know what he's thinking. And of course, that is how we should behave. But of course, we know sometimes you just have to speak your mind. But Marwa is like Nico Buddha will just sit. And of course, I think Marwa underestimated Obuda because he said, let me play it, because he said that, Marwa, maybe you didn't know, but you were basically bullying him because when he called them and he wanted them to give the land to Deemwango, Marwa said that I would even tell Nico Buddha, oh, do you even want to take my car? Maybe I'm sitting with you. Car, let me control them. Be careful with your messages. I'm sorry, I didn't get equal. Sometimes I'm sorry, but yeah, basically Marwa was underestimating Nico Buddha. Marwa is used to Uncle Mo. Rocio, woo, hey, Jamaican uncle. Mitoto, Marwa. You know that person you read. You read people like that because it's not even like it's exclusive to Jamaican uncle. Even, let me expose my nyash, but even sometimes I'm like, yeah. Of course, to my family, I don't go ranting around in people that I don't know. But I'm someone that speaks up my mind, and sometimes it's not good because people can use it against you. And of course, it's not good to be open too much. You know, people will jinx even your plans. But someone like Uncle Mo, that is the people, those are the kind of people that Marwa loves. But now he met someone else. A scammer got scammed. Stephen, thank you for tuning in. You say that Marwa is jealous of Mayugno's progress and they are getting money that don't pass through Marwa's hands. Yeah, because Marwa used to control everything that would come from the donors. Now he's losing control and that is driving him bananas. Mura looked Juju, but once Juju about to build on Machete land, Mura grew hay. Mura is not believing. Mura is seeing things. We say in Swahili, Marwa anaona mambo. Mura is seeing dust. Marwa thought that because Mayugno could not speak English, that he was a fool. Yes. Anyway, let me go to the title. I might have forgotten. So, by the way, that was very smart of Nico Buddha to be unpredictable. That is a very hard virtue to accomplish. And I'm saying like completely, even to your friends, you don't tell them anything. That is so hard. To people that you love, it's so hard. Because if Nico Buddha was Marwa, Nico Buddha would be yapping, pa, 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 pa. And Marwa is like, if there is something that I don't like about that guy, you never know what he's thinking. Anyway, guys, something that was funny about how Mayugno and Nico Buddha reacted in this fallout is the fact that when Marwa requested them to go to follow up the procedure and give the land to deemwango, you know what happened? Marwa called them to the villa, they had a conversation, and they both agreed that yes, give us 2 days and give us the money, and we will resell the land to deemwango. Guess what happened? After 2 days, deemwango, rich kids of Nyabohanse, gets the $500,000, gives davyjnr, and they are looking for Nico Buddha in what is the name? Mayugno. Those people were nowhere to be found, missing in action. I'm very sure that Mura Sensor was about to lose his SHIT, because can you imagine? Probably that time he was, showing off to the family that, yeah, I talked to those foolish people. They're going to resell the land to deemwango. Mura Sensor said that when that date arrived, they were nowhere to be seen. And guys, it's not like I support what those people did, especially if those are your friends. You don't want friends like those. But them declining to resell the land to deemwango was very smart, honestly, because even if they'd done that, Marwa would still have come out here to call them out. Yes. Money. Let me Control F and play that receipt. Oh my God, I hope I get it. My brother. I'm just trying to remember the words that he was using. Yes.
He will take the money. So the day came, after 2 days, the day came to Mayugno and Nico Buddha so that they can take that money and buy another land. 2 days after that meeting, that is what happened. We had a meeting, we agreed that actually in the next 2 days after that meeting, my sister was supposed to send money to Mayugno and Nico Buddha so that they can take that money and buy another land, because Mayugno in the meeting agreed that he would find a different land. He has a friend who he will talk to and he will take the money. So the day came, after 2 days, the day came where we were supposed to do the business. My sister used my younger brother, Devi. When my brother called these guys went missing. And that for me was the stamp that these guys probably they had planned to do something like this. And that was it, guys. So that's why I can't visit those guys. I can't visit those guys. And in my heart, do I feel pain? Pain, no. Betrayal, yes.
Pain, yes. Betrayal, yes. So, number one, that was very savage for those people not to appear. Because, as I said, guys, this is the information that we have from Marwa. I'm very sure that there are the other side that we don't know that could paint Marwa in a very bad light that we don't even know. So, number one. Number two is the fact that Marwa was trying to fight Nikobuda in Mayugno, like divide and rule. So Marwa called Nikobuda side to a side and told him, like, why would you do this? Nikobuda told Marwa that no, it's Mayugno who told me to buy that land. Marwa calls Mayugno. Mayugno tells Marwa that no, it's Nikobuda. I was not even there. I was not even there when the land was being bought. So, of course, we know there is a lot of times that Marwa has been doing that, using that technique of divide and rule. You make sure this person is not talking with this person so that, like, for example, when he was buying the land, you remember? When he was buying Murimi's land, because Marwa knew that the family, smart people, the brother will not allow Murimi to sell the land. What did Marwa do? He divided and ruled that family, made sure that Murimi was not talking to this other brother. What is the name? We know him, he got a channel. So that Marwa could do what? Use the father to sign the land and be sold. So now that Kama caught up with him, someone else did exactly what he did to that family for Murimi. I'm like, yeah, you treat people badly, let them treat you badly. Why would you expect something that you don't give out? Why would you serve it and why would you dish it and you don't want to take it? Why? That was savage. I know it's messed up to some way, but yeah, they were in the same page because after these people were painting each other badly, they went sat down and agreed that they will not sell that land to who? Deemwango. Something else that I feel like another reply or reaction that I felt that it was what? Mayugno and Nikobuda is the fact that they are minding their damn business. Marwa would expect that these people would go to his villa begging for forgiveness. Oh my God, Marwa. Oh my God, you're the boss. Oh, forgive us. What is happening? Those people are uploading their videos and minding their business like no one's problem. So, yeah, I don't know if I'll get the receipt. Maybe I can play it. Funny control. You think he said it was funny or what? No. I was not even there or present. I was not present. Guys, I hope you've subscribed to my other channel. I hope you subscribe to my other channel. The link is in the description box below. I also hope that you've liked this live stream. Thank you so much for coming through. I can see you, and of course, I really appreciate you. But if I didn't mention your name, of course, I do appreciate you so much, so much. Told me to buy. Guys, I think I can't get the receipt, but I'll make sure to play it the next time if you would wish. Just a few seconds. My sister actually buy this land. Someone help me. YouTube in small money, for example. Please buy metals. Oh my God, it seems that I can't get it, but yes, that is what Mura Senso said. Or Buddha, maybe. Guys, let me not take a lot of your time, but that is exactly what happened. Just trust my word, but if you insist, I can play the receipt next time. If you just joined in, guys, maybe you want to go and watch the parts that you missed. But thank you so much for tuning in. That was it for today. A lot, 2 hours. Jeez. Oh, and of course, Kemi Klaus and RNM. Oh, guys, you guys spoiled me today. I really appreciate my live chat gang. All of you that shared your reactions in the live chat section. Guys, you spoiled me today because when you do that, you recommend the live stream to a wider audience. And by doing that, of course, you know, I get what? Some money. Thank you so much for doing that. If you just watched, you were busy behind the scenes, of course, you know what? I really appreciate you, irregardless. Thank you. Gracie, Junior, bye-bye. That was it for today. Make sure that you subscribe to my other channel. The link in the name of the channel is just on the screen. I really appreciate. Take me to 1,000 subscribers. Yes. RNM, thank you so much. Thank you. Kemi Klaus, thank you so much. Guys, live chat again, all of you. Thank you. Thank you a million. Thank you. Those guys speak highly of Marwa all the time. He doesn't own them. Marwa is very selfish. Thank you. That's a fact. Steven, thank you so much for tuning in. If I didn't mention your name, of course, you know, guys, I always love and appreciate you. Salma, Maro is just angry donators provided money for the range. Meanwhile, he said that Mayugno is lacking in his building. Yes, there's some friction there when it comes to donators, of course. Yes, I agree. Guys, I'll see you, my moderators, Monique, all of you. Kemi Klaus, Angela, Lucy. I saw all of you, and of course, you know, I really appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye. Hey, I can chat. Oh, by the way, I really can. I just noticed. Wow, 18 minutes, guys. Let me let you go. And of course, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.